Hi, I'm Adam Gottlieb, musician, poet, and community organizer. I have a band, Adam Gottlieb OneLove, that for about 10 years now has been making and sharing music inspired by and meant to inspire the rising movements that define our times, especially around causes of housing, poverty, environmental justice and ecological sustainability, community safety, police and prison abolition, defending democratic rights, and upholding indigenous sovereignty. Along the way, we've been building community by organizing events, making critical connections, plugging into existing struggles, and strengthening cultural bonds between all of these struggles through our work in Chicago and beyond. As an artist, I have now reached a critical moment in my journey in which I have come into the incredible opportunity to build a music studio that can serve not only my own needs, but also a radical artist collective and a broader network of socially engaged recording artists. My partner Diana and I plan to build and run this studio here, in the basement floor of our own home, immensely elevating our capacity to produce music, videos, spoken word poetry, and other media that we believe the revolution urgently needs. Art with clear messages, sharp analysis of the real world, compelling storytelling, rooted spiritual power, and contagious, danceable rhythms. Like so many recording artists I know, the main limiting factor for me in producing music at the quality and quantity that I know I am capable of has been mostly economic. By building my own studio, I am in a sense taking a certain amount of control of the means of production, at least for recording, and this is a path for me and my band to create abundance where there has been scarcity, not only just for ourselves, but for others as well. We are putting the pieces in place to run a studio using a business model that keeps our prices affordable and our services accessible, especially to folks who are doing community-based cultural work. This is a way to amplify artists whose voices need to be heard and build community as we grow, from which even greater projects and collaborations can and will emerge. We are guided by our lifelong mission to contribute to the revolutionary transformation of society toward freedom, justice, and abundance for all. With this great vision in mind, we have named the venture StarRise Studios. Hey y'all, I want to show you the space we're working in real quick. And I'm actually going to start outside because one of the things about this house that we love, that is actually important for the whole music recording studio vision that we have, is this garden in the backyard. We were so blessed to find a house where the previous owners had put like 13 years of work into this magnificent garden that you're seeing all around me right now. And in my experience, having a good place to get some fresh air and take breaks, and just the whole practice and rhythm of where and when and how you take breaks from recording and mixing and producing music, it matters a lot because you spend hours and hours and hours in that room, whatever studio you're working in. And so we have this like Garden of Eden right behind our house. And there's even a koi pond, y'all. There's not real koi in it, there's just goldfish, but they're beautiful. Check it out. Aren't they cute? So it's a real peaceful vibe here, and that is important for the whole, spirit we're trying to create here at StarRise Studios. So here's the side door. This is where clients and members will enter. So you enter in through here, and we're gonna make this whole space much more beautiful. So it looks like just our appliance room and laundry room right now, but we'll cover up the appliances with canvas and paint on them. We'll paint on that wall right there. We're working with an artist. We'll paint a mural here on this wall. And so we'll have some vibes here, and we'll have a little kitchen lounge area right here. We'll invest in a few pieces to make this more comfortable. But let's get to the main event. In through these doors, we have the studio space. And I'll show you how it's working now, but it's all gonna change, and I'll tell you some of our main expenses here. So right now, this room that you're seeing is functioning as the live room. We've been using it. We've been recording some group vocal projects, which is what these microphones here are set up for. And we can continue to use it like this way for a while, but eventually this is all going to change because we're going to move this wall. But right now, this room is functioning kind of like a mixing room and control room. And then we have this closet here, which is functioning for storage, and it's got these nice cedar panels, and it's working well for now. But we want to make the live room even bigger to accommodate a full band a little easier, with drums and, you know, the full setup. And so we're actually going to move this wall as soon as we have the funds and we can start, hoping to finish by the end of the winter. We're going to move this wall at least up to this vent here, a couple feet this way, maybe 2.5 feet just to the right of this light track, and that will make this the small room and this the large room, and it will make the larger room a little bit larger and the small room a little bit smaller. Then this can become the control room, which will make sense. You enter in through the control room rather than through the live room, and we'll cut a window into the wall to provide visibility into the live room. And when you're in here, the sound is actually a little bit easier to control. It'll be bigger, which is better for capturing the sound of a band, but also there's no actual heating or cooling vents in here. There's one intake vent. It doesn't actually provide heating or cooling, so we'll need to put like a space heater in here for the winter to keep things comfortable. But it's actually nice that it's not producing noise from the central HVAC system. And the sound in this closet is even better. You can hear it as I step into it. This will make a nice vocal room. We'll still have to treat it acoustically, but we'll cut a window into here to provide visibility, and then this will be a nice vocal booth, isolation booth, and we still have some more storage solutions. There's like a storage area underneath the stairs there. So that's the plan, and there's going to be a lot of expenses. Obviously, the construction and materials and labor is going to be one of our main expenses, but so is the digital audio workstation, including a high processing power computer and the software and plugins and the mixing console and the mixing desk. All of those can be quite expensive. We're going to need some more microphones, specialized mics for drums, and you know, we're gonna need more gear, compressors and stuff like that. We're gonna need a little bit more acoustic treatment. That's about it. Thanks so much for supporting this vision. I hope you can already see the potential. StarRise Studios will provide space and resources for artists who are using their creative work to communicate visions of social justice, build resilient communities, heal collective trauma, and transform the world in the direction of sustainable abundance, justice, and peace for all. We aim to empower such socially engaged artists to hone their work and to produce and distribute art at an ever higher quality and quantity. We have already started using the space for community recording projects in coordination with movement work here in Chicago, recording and releasing songs with comrades in the Palestinian Solidarity Movement. I'll include some links to that project in the description below. And we plan to continue leveraging whatever resources we can provide to support urgently needed cultural work. Your contribution helps make possible this vision of a thriving recording studio and community resource for social practice, enlivened by a core artistic collective that is regularly recording and producing high-quality music and other works across many genres and forms in ways that serve and strengthen individuals and communities working for social transformation. If you've made it this far in the video, thank you. And if you can donate any amount, thank you so much. You can be sure that we'll be updating you with our progress, and you can expect some sort of gift in the future. And if you like gifts in exchange for your donations, there's another way you can support me, my band, and this project, which is through our Patreon, which comes with all sorts of perks, and honestly, more content than you'll ever know what to do with, so we'll link to that as well. I want to especially honor your donation to this project in these extraordinary times. We live in a historic period of unfathomably high stakes and endless social complexities in which literally the very continued existence of humanity on this planet is threatened, and there is no end to the urgent needs and worthy causes that you can give your dollar, time, and energy to. I want to acknowledge that your contribution to this project at this time shows that you recognize the value and strategic importance of supporting art, cultural work, and music that touches people's hearts while at the same time providing critical analysis of the real world, a clear vision of what a more compassionate and human world could look like, and inspiration to get us through these revolutionary times. Thank you so much for seeing how essential and vital this work is enough to directly support it and share it with others who would want to do the same. Together, we can use this studio to make important interventions into history that can help change the outcomes and secure a future of collective liberation for us all. Thank you so much. More soon. One love.